Hello, beautiful souls. My name is London from thislondonbridges, and I am so happy to be reading today. Today, we're going to dive into December 2020 energies, messages that will help support us and guide us through this last month of the year. We have 5 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. With these piles, remember that you can choose 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You cannot choose wrong. They are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If something isn't resonating, it's probably not for you, and that's totally fine. Many ways to choose your pile, but I'd start with the reminder that you can't choose wrong. And then follow your intuition, maybe using the timestamps. If you have a favorite number, 1 through 5, or just a certain pile is drawing to you, it's calling, right? If you need some time to meditate on the cards, go ahead and take as much as you need. And I will catch you at your timestamp below. Hi, pile number 1. All right, let's go ahead and see what you have for your first card to support December 2020. I love this. This is beautiful. This is how I remember to see each day as a gift. And then underneath we have what memories, open your eyes and soften your gaze. I'm getting the imagery of the world filled with water. Might also be a reminder to stay hydrated through this month. The reminders to keep your eyes open to all the little beauties you might challenge yourself to take note of, maybe even physically on your journal or in your notes app on your phone, of all of the things that remind you that today is a gift. It could be simple. See how many you can accumulate. Maybe it's the clean drinking water that you had, the fact that you have access to watch this, which means that there's internet in your life. Maybe there's something soft that you can touch near you. Maybe there's an animal nearby, right? How long can you make the list? And then you keep coming back to it, keep growing on that, right? So opening our eyes to the beauty all around us and softening our gaze. A lot of us have had pretty critical eyes this year because this year has been so difficult for so many. And I think as we're closing 2020, this card is reminding us to come home to our gratitude of what we still have, of what we are and always are, and all the love that surrounds us, internal and external love. Let's go ahead and see your next card. We pulled a goddess cards for you, and I'm going to just share the image because I think it's so beautiful, and I think we can get a lot from just looking at it ourselves. And then I'm going to speak to some of the keywords that are on the back of this card while we take a chance to look at it. So this is Demeter. She's a Greek goddess of life and death, a giver of fruitfulness, abundance, associated with agriculture. There's a lot of rebirth and motherly energy. She also brings possibilities, joy, and hope. So in this December month, as things are getting cold in the northern hemisphere, it might be somewhere else in the world, and we're turning inward, remembering that it's not the end. While it might be the ending of a cycle, endings and beginnings are synonymous. There's a transformation period that has to happen. So she's really supporting us in our cycles of change and reminding us that even when times are darker, maybe the night is longer, the time is getting colder, there's still abundance and hope and fruitfulness to be had. For our first tarot card, I'm using the Goddess Tarot. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So a major arcana, lots of powerful energy here. This might indicate long-lasting change coming in December 2020 for you. It's a reminder to follow the flow of your energy. The Wheel of Fortune, the cycle is always rolling, right? So follow that momentum. Speaks to the cycles and the shifting energies. Often associated with luck. So something really positive might be coming your way. It also speaks to choice. So choosing what you are putting your time, love, energy into. Reminders to take action that feel aligned. Got some odd glare today, but that's what we have, so we're just gonna work with it. Next, we have the moon. Beautiful. So the moon has a lot of different interpretations. The moon is my ruling planet, so I do maybe have some bias towards the positives of it. Sometimes the moon can be associated with anxieties and fears and confusion, which might be a reminder to come back to that gratitude, a reminder that even in the cold and the dark, we are supported, and that we have this wonderful, powerful Wheel of Fortune energy supporting us with our destiny, our life choices, our next cycles. This card, to me, looks really free. She's leaning into her intuition, trusting herself more than ever before. This might speak to dreams. Maybe you're having a lot of dreams. If so, write them down when you wake up before they go wherever dreams go when we forget. The moon is also speaking to our body's unique wisdom, right? The moon rules the tides, and our bodies are made of so much water. So tuning into what your body is saying. It might need more water this month. Again, I'm getting that feeling quite a bit. Might need healthy nourishment, whatever that means to you. I'm a strong believer in intuitive eating. But with this fruitfulness card and the Demeter energy, your body might also be asking for like some more earth foods. But to me, this moon is really honoring our own responses, right? So we can't always control, we can't control what is happening in the larger picture of the world, but we can choose our responses, right? The response of gratitude, the response of love over fear, the response of tuning into our bodies, the response of tending to our bodies and our minds and our spirits. The moon is asking us to slow down, bring to light what has been hidden. So maybe I'm getting a connection with the Wheel of Fortune here with that. Maybe there's something that you've been wanting, craving, a change, and it's rolling in, right? New cycles, new shifts rolling in. Trusting our inner knowing and honoring our sensitivity as a strength. Softness can be a strength. The moon also speaks to imagination. You might be creating a new project, imagining a new world, imagining new habits. Honor that. There's something there to follow. Beautiful. The Eight of Pentacles, or the Eight of Coins. This is awesome. Okay. So this card often speaks to quality. You're creating something that you care about. You're dedicated to whatever it is that you've been creating. This card has to do with recognition. It might be self-recognition. You're realizing how far you've been coming, how much progress you've made. It might have to do with recognition from a boss or your community, seeing how much you have contributed. In the Eight of Pentacles, we can often get into a flow state with our work. So we're just, again, following that wheel. It's not feeling clunky, it's just rolling. The Eight of Pentacles involves showing up, doing the work, has a lot of bright future and potential, stable energy. It just really speaks to the excellence of what you are doing. So that's super exciting. I have the Ace of Cups, and then I have an affirmation card for us to tie this all together. So for the Ace of Cups often represents abundance, flowing, and supporting you. And you can see that here with this cup just glowing and overfilling. It's also really supported by feminine energy, divine feminine. We all have feminine, masculine, and other within us. You don't have to identify as anything to relate to that. The Ace of Cups is ruled by emotions. So could be a new emotional start. You may be having a new job. It might be the same job with a new perspective. This card also speaks to learning as you create. Letting yourself make, letting yourself sing, letting yourself dance, letting yourself code, letting yourself bake, letting yourself, whatever it is. There's a mind, body, spirit harmony with this card. Growth, contentment, happiness, joy. So overall, this is a really beautiful, positive reading. It's time to go within, trust our flow, know that the work that we are creating is quality, that it's of service to ourselves and others. Reminders of gratitude to help us get through this month. Overflowing cup, we have enough. This might be a new emotional cycle. Maybe you've struggled with letting your feelings rule you this year, and there's a new cycle of honoring them and then letting it pass. For our affirmation card, we have I deserve love and respect because I give them. So overall, this month is looking really, really beautiful. Hello, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and start your reading for messages for December 2020. How will you practice believing in yourself today? This is how it feels when I believe in myself. So right off of the bat, love it. In December 2020, we have reminders that belief is magic. And when we feel that doubt creeping in, to notice it, feel it to heal it, and shift towards self-belief. A reminder that has always been really useful for me with self-belief is that I have survived 100% of what the universe has thrown at me so far. And that is such an excellent success rate. Like, whew. So maybe that resonates with you as well. Maybe there are other things that help you remember that self-belief. Put it into practice today, as many times as you can. Self-belief is going to be a huge theme for December 2020. For our goddess image, we have Rhiannon. I'm going to show the card because it's so beautiful, and I feel like there's so much we can just see and sense by looking at the imagery. Some of the key words for this card: she's a shapeshifter. She embodies life, death, and rebirth. She's a goddess of rejuvenation, of instinct, strength. Helps us to remember to honor our animal selves. Also, source of creativity, abundance, and beauty. So Rhiannon will be supporting you in December 2020. For our first tarot card, we have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords can feel pretty heavy. It can be one of the heavier cards in the tarot. This, for me, is again that reminder, feel it to heal it. It keeps coming up for me in my personal life, and I think also in the collective. So 2020 has been a big year. We know that. I don't even have to say that, right? Everybody has gone through immense shifts and change. And as we're coming to the closing of this cycle, it's an excellent opportunity to feel anything that we haven't let ourselves throughout the last 11 months. Honor it, process it, release it. This usually represents the ending. So that makes a lot of sense with the end of this year. This year has been challenging. We're coming to an end. It might also reference a feeling of burnt out. I know a lot of us have had to shift and adapt and change and keep showing up. So you might be feeling tired. Also, in the cyclical nature, if you're in the northern hemisphere, we're in winter, it's darker, right? It might be a time where your body and your spirit, your heart are wanting to recharge, reset, rejuvenate, all of the re's. And maybe your brain is wanting you to push forward, do more, work more, get more accomplished. And it's about finding that balance of honoring your flame so that you don't burn out and protecting it. This might speak to the desire to lay low while you're like clearing out and creating a fresh canvas of sorts for your life. I'm getting the feeling that this might represent some pain as well. You might be having pain in your lower back, your upper back, the tops of your hamstrings, or your neck. So tending to those places, and if you have access to a bath or a foam roller, if your body is speaking to you and tending to your body, you can also help clear out some of that emotional or mental wounds through the physical. So tending to your back if your back has been talking to you. Yeah, just this feeling also of letting go. Even though the Ten of Swords can sometimes feel a little bit like we can feel apprehensive when it comes out, I'm getting really good feelings from it. Just feel it to heal it. Believe in yourself. You've got this Rhiannon life, death, rebirth energy supporting you. Our next card, we have the Queen of Cups. So energies for December to support you. The compassion, flow, loving, be loving with yourself, be loving with others. Coming into more of that emotional stability. And stability of emotions doesn't mean that you don't feel it, that they don't flow, that they don't come and go. It's more about honoring them and knowing that your emotions are not the end all be all. When you are in the depths of the sadness, remembering that not everything is sad. I'm also getting the reminder just to be gentle with yourself as much as you can, especially through these shifts. Nurture yourself, honoring the strength of your sensitivity, your intuition, your empathy. And I'm also getting the sense with the water and everything, like clearing out other people's emotions. So if you, for instance, felt like you took on or sponged somebody else's emotions, thought processes, energy, like take a shower, take a bath, drink a lot of water, help get that flowing again, clear it out so you can come back home to yourself. I love the Queen of Cups. Super resonate with this card. I think it's really, really beautiful. Coming back home to your kindness, your glow. The Lovers. With the Lovers card, this can speak to love, definitely. But oftentimes it's more about choices and love within ourselves. The choices I'm pulling back to that 10 of Swords energy of maybe it's time to let something go. Maybe it's time to like paint the walls, prime the walls, so to speak, so that we can choose new colors, new patterns. Choice is the active choice every day to believe in ourselves. I just saw 1111, so that's awesome. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to nurture yourself and act with Queen of Cups energy towards yourself and others. I'll say it a million times in this lifetime. Starting with love for yourself helps create ripples of love in the world. So this is really beautiful. Keep leading with the heart. Maybe heart chakra meditation if that kind of thing pulls to you. And then also magnetism and integrating parts of yourself. All right, let's see what our last tarot is, and then we'll pull an affirmation card for energies of December 2020 to support your group. The Four of Cups. Awesome, so we have more water energy here. This card really is speaking to me about meditation process and how much meditation will help support December 2020 for this group. So taking the time when we can to be in solitude, to be in recharge, to be reconnecting to ourselves, tuning into our inner knowing. Reminders that inner fulfillment leads to that external fulfillment. So if you're looking for change, making choices, letting go, tune in. Sometimes less is more. If you're feeling burnt out and you've been pushing, maybe you've been trying to move upstream. Follow the flow. Slow down when you can. Honor your process. Because it feels really good to believe in ourselves. It feels really good to be kind and compassionate. It feels really good to notice where we're binding ourselves and then release that. It feels good to make choices. It feels good to choose rebirth. It feels good to tune in. And we have an affirmation card for us today. I appreciate all that I have and have accomplished. And that's tying it back into the beginning for me, this reminder that we have survived every single thing that the universe has given our way, shown our way, thrown at us, however you want to perceive it, right? So this is really, really beautiful. I full-heartedly believe in you. And the messages we're getting today are reminders to believe in yourself. This is the main theme here. You can choose. You can choose love. You can choose. Trust your intuition. Honor your feels. I love you so much, and I believe in you. We'll connect with you again soon. All right. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and dive into your reading for December 2020. First, we have, this is my prayer for evolution. Big aligned positive shifts are coming in this month with your intentions. Purple is a color of intuition and inner knowing. For our goddess card, oh my goodness, this is stunning. So we have the Sphinx, honoring birth and death, cycles of rejuvenation, cycles of change. She honors both her animal and human side and her deep instincts. Strength, often represented as like lion energy, wisdom, royalty, power, and heart-driven choices. So, being in your inner strength like the lioness or lion you are, leading with the heart, trusting your own inner intuition. Very big themes for evolving in the way that you would like, that are most aligned for December 2020. For our first tarot card, we have the Seven of Staves, also known as the Seven of Wands. This can speak to challenge, launching something, beginning So a lot of times, I remember the analogy that, like, I don't know if this is exactly correct, but getting an airplane off of the ground, it takes about 40% of the jet fuel just to get off the ground. So it's gonna be a big push for something that you desire potentially. And that might even just be the internal evolution, but it might speak to something externally, kind of getting the feeling of both, that by working heart-driven and aligning with your evolution, aligning with your values, aligning with yourself, you'll have more energy and ambition to go and fly your jet to create what it is that you've been wanting to create. We just entered Sagittarius season, and that energy, the energy of the archer, is focused on something, a goal in mind, and is ready to aim. So that'll support us as well. The wands or the staves is a fire sign represented by fire. So it has that spark behind it. This card speaks to strength and growing our limits, the persistence, the courage, speak to standing up for what we believe in, effort, calculated risk, and encouraging us to think bigger than we have before, which will help us align with this evolution driven by our heart. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So remember that abundance is available to you. I know there's been so much loss for so many people this year. I'm getting this sense that this is a reminder to tune into our lack or abundance mindsets, notice where we are, and then do some of that shadow work to heal it if we feel like we never have enough. And that might be the prayer for evolution, right? If we're feeling like we're struggling to survive, we're stressed all the time, we're tired, we're burned out, right? Coming back to the heart, coming back to the gratitude, realizing how supported we are, realizing our inner strength, like a lion, we can get through anything. And then potentially putting our energy into something to create even more security, stability for us and our people, right? Really feel what we desire and call it in. It's asking us to notice where we have cracked reflections of ourselves in the universe. It's asking us to mend and tend to how much we believe we're worth. Which calls right back into that evolution of self aligning with our hearts. Our next card, ooh, I love it. Ace of Swords. So this is cutting through them together. Not all the decks in this, not all the cards in this deck are blue, but these have a lot of similarities here, even though they're different suits, right? So we've got the swords here, more of a mental air energy, and then the coins can be earthly realms ruled by the earth. Earthly realms, there you go. So both of them, though, we have this blue, which can often speak to the emotions, which is interesting because neither of these are actually the water or the cups cards, but I'm getting this like your emotional attachment to your worth and either your lack or your abundance mindset. And then this clarity here is helping us cut through all of this, helping us cut through so that we can be really clear and focused on our goals, like the Sagittarian Archer and the 7 of Wands. This speaks to new ideas, breakthroughs, deep focus. You know what you want. You're moving step by step closer to your goal. It can speak to epiphanies, concentration, staying steady, truth, effort. It's going to take deep focus, but Like, you've got the stars protecting it. You've got your own inner royalty protecting it. You've got the stability of the mountains here helping to guide. So this idea is worth following. Alignment is worth following, and that shadow work to get there is so worth following. Keep following your heart. I keep coming back to that. It just keeps pulling my eye, the heart here. And the Sphinx card. For our next card, oh, I love it. We have the Six of Staves, or the Six of Wands. So related. And it's interesting too, because usually the 6 would come before the 7, but I've just pulled these in the order that they came out. And I love it. The 6 of Wands has courageous energy as well. Action and enthusiasm. A lot of celebration. This work that you're doing, the inner evolution, the changing of your worth and internal belief about yourself, your belief about your stability, your safety, your security, the action steps that you're taking to change it, the mental clarity that you have this month in December 2020, it's all worth being celebrated. Following your heart is going to lead to like this lush, joyful abundance and prosperity, not just in the earthly realms, but in how we feel. So I see this being really, really successful. Good news coming your way. Lots of hope supporting this. Lots of love. Lots of loving action. This makes me so happy for you. I am a good leader because I know how to follow. Awesome. So I am a good leader because I know how to follow. And that might be, oh, we gotta keep the heart in this image. It's so good. You might be working with others. You might be in a leadership position at your work. You might be a leadership position in your family. Maybe you have young ones, but it also can reference leading yourself. I know how to lead my life with direction and clarity. I know how to go where I want to go so that I can get to this magical celebration place by following my heart, by following my inner guidance, by following my inner knowing. So that is what I'm going to leave you here with now for December 2020. Thank you so much, pile number 3. I am so excited to connect with you again soon. Sending you so much love. Hello, pile number 4. I'm excited to dive into your messages to support December 2020 reading. Our first card, what would love do? Inner dignity feels like this. So, main message here for December 2020, what would love do? What would love do? How do I follow love in this moment? How can I embody more love this month? The green is heart chakra representation. So if you enjoy listening to heart chakra music, doing heart chakra meditation, anything like that, you might enjoy color therapy, maybe choosing to wear green this month to support that, creating art in shades and hues of green. Awesome. Inner dignity, guided by love. I love it. All right. Our next card, we have Artemis. I'll go ahead and just let us look at the card while I speak to some of the keywords on the back. So her realm is the wilderness. She's a huntress, fiercely individualistic and independent, a healer. She values solitude and the wild. So as much as you can in December 2020, take moments for yourself, just you. Get out into nature if you can. Do what you can. Find a tree, spend some time with your plants inside. You might have animals around you as well. Watching them, tuning into their energy, seeing how they live through their instincts. So you'll be moving through this month, December 2020, with so much love and the support of Artemis behind you, reminding you that you've got this, and also the kind of like that you are a beast in the best way. You're a beast. All right. 7 of Pentacles to support December 2020 for this group. This speaks to perseverance and success. Being mindful of your own energy and time. This is about like the longer run. So you can see that she's near this greenery, this wilderness, I'm really getting go out into nature vibes here. But it started as a seed. And while it is starting to bloom now, potentially, or blossom, it's still growing. So you can't expect it all just to materialize in a day. It's about the process. It's not about the product. December 2020, move through with love. Honor your instincts. Get out into nature. Honor your wild side. Maybe it's time to take your hair down and have a solo dance party and just move instinctually. Or create a painting just to create. Doesn't matter how it looks, like the process, maybe even finger painting. Like, let yourself get messy. But with the 7 of Pentacles, you're focusing on a long-term goal or an intention. Reminder that consistency is going to be huge. So consistently watering yourself, watering your kind thoughts, watering your projects. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe too of like that, the tortoise and the hare, like the slow and the steady can win. So as long as you're moving with love and taking steps consistently, you're on the right path. You're doing it. Like, trust that. Your project is growing, your comfort zone is growing, your abilities are growing. There's so much growth here. For our next card, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So that's pretty cool. 2 different tarot decks with the 6 and the 7 of Pentacles. There's a lot of supportive energy here. There's a lot of giving, generosity, philanthropy, prosperity. In this deck, there's this image of like the inner child, or potentially you have children, but I'm getting way more of the sense that it could be both. Honoring your inner child, moving with love, treating them how you'd want to be treated, and then also treating the children around you with love. Finding the gratitude for the like life's little luxuries, like the berries here that she has. She also has a broom, so clearing out your space, and broom has a lot of witch imagery, so maybe it's just kind of acknowledging that aspect of yourself. This card speaks to potential financial gifts, wealth consciousness. It speaks to both giving and receiving, like an exchange of energy, both material and spiritual flow, and how like abundance in the right hands can really help the collective. So tying it in, it also, moving with love, growing with love, planting our projects and seeds, showing up consistently with love, it will be fruitful and it will be sweet. For our next card, we have the Knight of Cups. So cups are an emotion sign ruled by water. This speaks to opportunity, perspective. In this rendition, there's an internal perspective as the Knight of Cups is kind of looking inward with their hand on their heart. Can speak to beauty, charm, romance. And that might also just be like, again, romancing yourself through the way that you're living your life. How can I choose love? Can I make a loving choice with the food that I'm eating today? Can I make a loving choice in the media I'm choosing to consume? This card speaks to creativity and beauty and being really heart-led, joy, appreciation, and gratitude, nourishing your energy. Yeah, coming back to the sweetness of the moment. There's so much growth here. There are so many little beauties. Yeah. Depending on where you live, it's going to be different what kind of nature you can get out to, but I'm getting a lot of greenery imagery, potential water. Maybe you live by a river or a lake, a beach, an ocean, and for some of us, snow. But definitely being outside is going to help support us this December. Bundle up though. Next we have, and this deck is called Fertility, and this is the Empress card. So she has a really positive influence. She's a leader that leads with her heart. And she has this like life-giving power. She is strong. She is a nurturer. She is creative, beautiful. She is inspiration, both inspired and inspiring. Sensuality, abundance, love, an exchange of energies, harmony, growth, healing energy. So much support here. And here we have like wilderness in the desert, right? So you might be living in a place that is warmer or drier or wherever it is though. Whew, getting the messages to go outside. I know I have said that, but it is feeling so strong. So there you go. So much of the time it's really the simple things, right? Come home to yourself through love. Know that you're growing the project. Water yourself in your thoughts. Be grateful for all of the treasures around you. Honor your inner instinct. Affirmation to support December 2020 for this group. I blend intuition and logic to guide my decisions. Okay, awesome. Let's see what it says on the back. Use this gift when you are having trouble making a decision. Usually, relying completely on either logic or intuition will not produce the most beneficial decisions. Assemble the facts and then review them as you ask the small voice of your intuition to guide you through feelings and hunches. If you are still unsure, it may be best not to decide yet. So what stuck out to me the most from the back is the small voice of your intuition. It might be a quiet voice. It might be an inner child voice. Might not speak very loudly, but you'll feel it if you turn into it. And again, getting outside as much as you can, I think you're going to have more access to that intuition. Beautiful. I am so excited for you, group number 4, for what happens in December 2020. Remember, move with love. You've got this. Sending you so much love. Excited to connect with you again soon. Hello, pile number 5. Let's dive in to messages to support December 2020. We have, where does receptivity live within you today? This is how I pray for softness. So being open and receptive to softer energies throughout December 2020 will really help support the month. With the yellow, it's a reminder of the solar plexus. So you might enjoy doing solar plexus meditation, wearing yellow, or potentially like creating art with the color yellow. There is strength and softness, so they're not separate things. So coming home to your solar plexus, being receptive, letting all that like warm light energy in. Then we have this Goddess card. This is Hera. Some of the keywords to help explain her, some keywords from the back of this card. She comes from Greek mythology, and she is an all-powerful queen. She's known for beauty, luxury, and immortality. She has a deep matureness about her. She has a lot of practical energy, and she's very nurturing. Also, with all of these eyes, deep reference to her intuitive and your intuitive abilities, which I think will really help you connect with the softness theme of the month. All right, for our first tarot card we have this Goddess Tarot. It is the Sacrifice card, or Kuan Yin. This really beautiful imagery here. We have her like amidst the clouds, balancing between night and day. It's kind of floating above the lotus flowers too. Many of us know that imagery that the lotus comes from the mud, has to grow through that dark to get towards more of this light and the softness. This card indicates like a huge perspective shift. And in this one, she's moving away from the night, which night is beautiful and to be honored. But she's moving towards the sunlight in this imagery. So she's moving towards that solar plexus, that light, that softness. And she's kind of balancing the energies between the night and the day. So huge perspective shift is being called by this card. We want to be thinking of others as well as the self. She has her baby in her arms, or a baby, right, presumably. Might even be an inner child. This card is asking us to release patterns that are no longer serving us, patterns that are holding us back. Might be time to tune into our studies, things that have been calling us, our meditations. And also letting go of the illusion that we are in control of it all. 2020 has been a big year for that, and a reminder, right? We can choose how we think, how we respond, how we show up in our individual lives, but we don't get to control the collective. So releasing that can help us to feel more secure, less anxious, and more in our strength with the softness. Yeah, beautiful. There's a lot of like philosophical and spiritual energy associated with this card as well. Our next card, we have the Ace of Coins. So earthly realms, aces representing new beginnings. So taking the first small steps that lead to huge results. And that could have to do with the sacrifice as well. For some of us, it would be releasing old habits, things that we've carried that no longer serve us. And that could be the sacrifice, right? It would be hard at first and then so rewarding by taking those steps. This card speaks to new opportunities for prosperity, creating a foundation, and how much potential there is. Look at all of these flowers, all of this blooming, all of this greenery. Like it's just bursting with life here. We also again have like the stability of the mountains in the back of that archway. Oops, pardon me. Did not mean to knock that, but we just went a little dirty there. All right. So also with the Ace and Coins, it's like that slow and steady daily steps energy. It's pulling in the manifestations of abundance. So this is really, really exciting. With whatever you feel like you might have to sacrifice, things are shifting, old thought patterns, old paradigms. Maybe it's the old belief that you have to always be strong. by making those sacrifices, by doing that internal work, you're calling in so much abundance. And abundance doesn't just mean money, right? Abundance of health, abundance of positive thoughts, abundance of gratitude and appreciation. Ooh, one of my favorite cards. The human in me loves this card. All right, so the Magician. You are supported by all of the energies. You have fire, earth, air, and water supporting you. You are the creator of your own reality. You have what you need inside you already. You have the guidance, you have the knowing, you have the grit. You are the wizard of your own world. This is awesome. You are so supported. Move with softness, move with love. Take the risk to, let go of what is no longer serving you. Maybe there's a relationship, maybe it's at your workplace, something needs to shift. But you have the want. You can create these opportunities. They're coming in. You are the witch, you are the wizard, you are the magician, you are everything you need. I love it. And then we're supported by 8 of staves or 8 of wands energy. So this is fire. This is quick moving action. In this deck, we have like the growth spurting out. These staves here. Ideas coming in quickly. The confidence to keep going and to keep creating. The confidence to follow through with these steps that you're taking, and the Ace of Coins. That confidence is definitely supported by the Magician energy here, and whatever internal to external changes has been made through the sacrifice in Kuan Yin. So fast growth, you're moving in the direction of alignment of your intentions, and it's moving quickly. You're taking inspired action. In my own personal life, I like to call that action dance. So you're taking your action dance, you're learning from recent successes, and you're like implementing that and growing it, and it's exponential, huge positive growth. And again, remember that this comes from softness. So being soft with yourself, being soft in your home, being soft in your communities, trusting the power that you have and that we all have. We are all hugely magical and powerful if we so choose to honor it. Goodness is coming, dear hearts. In fact, it's already here. Have a look around your space and notice 5 good things. It's already here. It doesn't have to be 5. 5 is just the first number that came to my head. For an affirmation card to support December 2020 for group 5, we have I take my time and rest, relax, and rejuvenate. So there we have it again, pulling back to softness. To create, we're first going to rejuvenate, right? And it can be a process. Creation, rejuvenation, ebbs and flows. Honor your cycles. Awesome. Group number 5, you are so supported. You have everything you need. You are so supported in the shifts that you are making. You are so supported with your daily steps. This is coming in quickly. The growth, the change, the alignment. This luxury, the intuition, the knowing. Lead with softness. Oh, I'm so excited for you. This is beautiful. All right, thank you so much for listening. I am sending you so much love. And I am so excited for December 2020 for you. Connect with you soon.